This video will overview the activity feed widget, and specifically how it can be used by educators in two distinct ways. So the first way is it can be used essentially as a communication tool that the teacher can use to push out information to students. So it's sort of a one-to-many type of relationship. Now, in order to do that, all you have is have the widget open, press Create Post, and it will open up a variety of different windows. So notice that the Create message window is quite small. This is not a place where it's you're supposed to be typing up paragraph after paragraph. This is really meant as a quick communication tool, linking to other places in Brightspace and those types of things. So let's assume that I'm using this shell as in a blended learning model. So I've talked to my students about an assignment that I'm going to post tonight, and I'm now posting that assignment. So okay. Now the next bit is whether you want to allow comments or not. So by default, allowing comments is on. So that means that students can respond with questions or concerns to your post. You can toggle that on and off just by clicking this box. And then finally, if you want to go down to the attach button, you can click here and you can attach a wide variety of things to the activity feed. So you could upload a file directly from your computer, such as the assignments, handout, or anything along those lines. What's neat, though, is you can also attach existing activities that you've already set up in your VLE shell. So if you go to attach link to an existing activity, it allows you to connect a variety of different, from a variety of different places in the VLE. So I'm talking about an assignment. I'm going to go to assignments. These are two assignments that I've created. Let's assume that it's the part A assignment I want to connect. I press that, and it actually attaches a link right to it. That way I don't have to put in here a big description about where they could find the assignment. I simply just have to attach it right there. And what's nice is, again, there are a variety of other things, like if you have a discussion that you want to connect them to, or actual course content, a lesson, a quiz, any of those types of things, you can quickly kind of put it right up on this front splash page that students don't have to click on any links. They can see exactly where they need to go right through the activity feed if it's something that you really want a quick access point to. Okay, just so you know, you can create assignments as well right through the activity feed. I would generally advise against it, only because it doesn't give you as many great options. If you watch my other video, which goes over first creating grades and then an assignment, it's a bit of a better workflow and produces better results as well. Okay, so then I would just post it, and that's it. Students, again, can reply with questions, or I could go and turn that off before I post, and then it's just a link. Now, the other way to use the activity feed is actually more as a social hub. And this is totally up to your professional judgment, whether your class is able to handle this, depending obviously on the grade. But what you can do is actually make it so the activity feed is a place that you post, but so can students, not just on the replying to posts, but they can create their own. The way to do that is go up to this down arrow, go to Manage Commenting and Posting, click there, and you're given a variety of options. By default, enabling comments is on. If you are someone who knows you just do not want students being able to comment in the activity feed, you could just turn it off, and then you're not even given the option to toggle on and off. I would always have this on. This is just saying if you post in activity feed, will it show up in the little bell up in the top corner? And finally, this last bit, posting permissions. Right now it's set that students cannot create their own posts. But if you click here and press save, it will allow students to go in and actually create their own posts. Again, this would obviously require a conversation with your class about digital citizenship, creating certain norms around using the activity feed in a positive and respectful manner. But depending on the class, you could absolutely turn it on. I've personally used it in a variety of ways in my classes, and generally it ends up being used as a great social hub where students post questions, comments about the course. They might share a funny video that's appropriate. It just becomes a place where students want to come, and I'm always on board with that if they're looking to jump onto my course shell and feel kind of as a class also digitally.